A world without our most excellent compatriots, Bill and Ted? No way. Yes way. If the Grim Reaper and the evil Bill and Ted robots get their way, Denommelos wants to totally change the future, and the only way to stop this most heinous dude is to travel through the circuits of time and collect the stolen time fragments. This game is not like the catastrophe that LJN came up with for the NES, although a lot of the same dudes were involved. It was wisely decided that the tried and tested strengths of the Game Boy should be stuck with, that of single-screen puzzle platform things. Here, you have 10 adventures of 5 levels each, Bill and Ted taking it in turns, exploring different time periods and locations, from England 1456 to 1 billion BC, from Austria 1805 to the Abyss. You stop off at the schoolroom and the shopping mall along the way, of course. The premise of the game is to collect these shiny crystals that take slightly different forms in each world. You need to jump over obstacles and collect all the things, then make your way to a phone box that'll appear. There are enemies and traps aplenty, most of which are instant death on touch and none of whom can be killed. You jump with A and pick up certain tools using B. These question mark blocks feature on some levels, which house things inevitably necessary to complete a level. There are bombs that allow passage through walls, balloons that help you float up to the top, a cake thing that makes you jump further, and things that shield you from enemies or freeze them for a short while. Suffice to say, if they're on a level, you probably need them. Bad guys are varied and sort of relate to the time period in which they're from. You'll come up against Abraham Lincoln, Napoleon, Einstein, Billy the Kid, Socrates, and one of the Bee Gees. I'm guessing with that last one. I don't know why they want to kill Bill and Ted, why there are often more than one, or why they appear scattered all over various time zones. Possibly they snuck back with our wild stallions in the phone booth, like in the film. Although why Honest Abe is wandering around Austria in 1805 when he was born in the USA in 1809, I don't know. We'll put it down to Denommelos did it. The first 3 adventures don't give you a ton of hope that this game is going to be anything good. Levels are formulaic as hell with little redeeming features. You just collect the stuff, avoid the bad guys, and try not to let the accuracy of the jumps lead you to despair. Come the 4th one, the game does get more interesting, and this is where the puzzle aspect comes into play. Certain crystals won't appear until other ones are collected. Picking some things up take away platforms or ladders, in positive or detrimental ways. Enemies need to be manipulated to fall certain ways, or whatever. It's a shame it took until the 4th world for this to become a mechanic, as I'd not be surprised if a lot of players couldn't be bothered to get that far. Even when this is a thing, there's a lot of trial and error at times, so expect to die a few times before you figure out how certain levels work. You get new lives after every 5,000 points, with more points awarded for the speed you complete stages. This game has possibly the smallest character sprites I've ever seen. They're even more minuscule than those in Super Mario Land or Batman, and don't look anything like Keanu Reeves or the other one. This is kind of necessary in order to keep each level on one screen, and doesn't really hamper gameplay as there's little in the backgrounds anyway. I really wish there were, as it would at least start to legitimize having 10 different worlds to play through. There's no difference between how Austria and the ancient world look, nor the Abyss or Paradise levels. Seeing as how they're clearly meant to represent heaven and hell, they'd never say as much in a Nintendo game of course, you'd think there'd be at least a certain distinction. The music is alright, although there's one song throughout the entire 50 levels. Overall, A Bogus Journey is not without its moments. Some levels are quite clever in the way they play out, and I did work my way through the whole thing. Why license it though? The gameplay has nothing to do with the film in any way except the characters' faces before each adventure. Some of the time zones and characters are the same, and sure there's a time-traveling phone box, but other than that, the game could have just as easily been done with Bugs Bunny. Did he have any Game Boy games? I can't remember. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternatively, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.